sono Silvia e Bizio ed eccoci a uno dei nostri incontri da Pasquale. Oggi sono felice di avere un ospite che, oltre a essere un grande italiano, è anche un grande amico, Domenico Vacca.
Grazie per il grande amico.
Ed è sempre un piacere passare un po' di tempo con Domenico, che vive a New York ma ci onora della sua presenza ogni tanto qui a Los Angeles. In fact, we're talking tonight with Domenico Vacca, great friend, great designer, lives most of the time in New York, but he often comes to Los Angeles because Domenico has a store, a clothing store here in Los Angeles, like he has several in New York, in Miami, and in different parts of the world. And we are talking about fashion tonight, among other things, here at Pasquale. So, Domenico, you were here for the Oscars.
I was here for the Oscars, yes.
So let's talk about these Oscars for a minute. What do you think? You went there, you were one of the guests last night. You were on the red carpet together with the beautiful and glamorous world of Hollywood. Your impression as a designer of what we saw last night, fashion-wise?
Kind of very, almost borderline with plain. And it worked sometimes with some of the stars, because sometimes they overdo things. So some of them was actually a good thing that they toned it down a little bit. But for others was a little bit too simple for me. I still believe that, especially the women stars on the red carpet at the Hollywood, at the Oscars, should look like big movie stars. That's what people want to see on TV. That's what they imagine. So this was a kind of low-key Oscar for fashion for the women. On the other hand, I saw some men that finally they were able to put it together in the right way. So actually I think that overall the men were more tailored looking, they were more sartorial looking. That's a very good thing. And the women, they were a little bit too simple. This is my take.
In fact, speaking of a sartorial look for men, you have been known to design tuxedos for many actors who were nominated in the past. Your tuxedo brought a lot of luck to them because they won several times. Tell us about some of the men that you dressed for the Oscars.
Yes, it's fun. It's funny that you refer to bringing luck, because a lot of the actors that we and the actresses that we dressed and they were nominated, they all won. So it's a kind of now a known fact in Hollywood that we bring luck. I think some of the most important one was Forest Whitaker. Forest Whitaker won the Golden Globes, won the Oscars, and any award in between wearing our tuxedo, shirts, ties and everything. Also Keisha Whitaker wore one of my gowns for the Golden Globes when Forrest won the Golden Globe. And Melissa Etheridge won the Oscars as well. Alan Arkin won as supporting actor. And then Jeremy Piven won the Golden Globes in our tuxedo. And
you don't bring luck.
Yeah, no, I have to say that it happens that Mickey Rourke, and let's not forget Mickey Rourke last year. And this is a fun story because he wore my clothes for the Golden Globes, for the BAFTA in London, and from the SAG Awards, and he won all of them. And then he called me a few days before the Oscars and said, I want to wear a white suit. And I said, Mickey, white suit, we don't have it ready to wear. We're custom made it for you. And who goes with a white suit at the Oscars? He said, no, I feel like I want to wear a white suit. So we didn't do it. He did it from another brand. And I told Mickey, okay, that's okay as long as you wear something from us, because we bring luck. So wear a tie or something. And he went to the Oscars, he didn't win, and then a few days later I said, did you wear something for me? And he said, no, I made a huge mistake and I lost. So that's the proof that the rule
and you have to
applies.
wear Domenico Vacca, which, by the way, I am wearing. This is a Domenico Vacca shirt. Domenico is really famous for many pieces of clothing, but the women and the men seem to all fall in love with the shirts. Domenico makes his signatures are these large collars.
It's a higher collar.
Higher collar than usual.
We do it in 3 buttons. Yes.
This is linen or cotton,
This
right?
is linen.
This is linen. It makes them in beautiful colors. And in fact, this is the kind of shirts that Glenn Close loves to wear in her TV series Damages, for which Domenico designs all of her wardrobe, right?
Yes.
The wardrobe of Glenn Close and also of Michael Nouri, if I'm not mistaken,
In
when
Damages,
he was in Damages. Tell us about what Glenn Close likes to. What kind of designs you made for her in Damages?
It's very interesting because we do a lot of wardrobe for movies and TV series, and we did more than 40 movies and TV series in the last 5 years. So the idea was to, usually we get together with the costume designer or with the actor and the director. We go through the script, we see how many changes they have, what is the profile of the character, and then we build a wardrobe around. And the goal is that the clothes are going to define the character that the actor or the actress are playing in the movies or TV series. Glenn Close is playing a very powerful New York lawyer. He's a very aggressive lawyer, very business-oriented, very smart, very tough. And so we created a look that is based on suits tailleurs, and this great shirts. They were higher collar, so it gave her a lot of character, and still very sartorial, soft shoulder. So we brought a little bit of our Italian spirit in dressing a woman that is a career woman, but we introduced details here and there. For example, she's wearing a jacket that is 3 buttons, that is typical of our Italian sartorial collections, the higher collar on the shirts, the longer cuff that comes out from the sleeves of the jacket, the pencil skirt. So it's definitely something very sharp and straight to the point. That is exactly how the character is. And with Glenn, we have already dressed her for 6 seasons. So, and we are just completing the wardrobe for the next season for Glenn. And in a certain way, has become the signature of the character. And Glenn was very happy about it. And so we had a lot of fun trying to capture the essence of the character. And at the same time, also Michael Nouri, that is a great friend. He was in many movies, including Flashdance, many years ago, and we dressed him. He plays the husband of Glenn Close in Damages, so we put him in Domenico Vacca as well.
And you made clothes for many films, including you dressed Colin Firth for a movie. Tell us a little bit about some of the other movies.
Talking about Colin Firth, that just won everything,
yes.
including the Oscar yesterday. Yes, Colin is a great actor. I was fortunate enough to meet him a few years ago and to do the wardrobe for a movie called Unconventional Husband. And he looked very good in our clothes. He has the body, and he understands, being from UK, being European, is definitely closer to our Italian tradition of sartorial clothes. So we had a lot of fun, and he looked very well, and we're very happy that he won the Oscar. Also, he speaks Italian very well.
He speaks
the
Italian.
wife is Italian.
He's married to Silvia Guccioli, right? And she's Italian. In fact, I do have to say, this necklace was designed by Silvia Firth, the wife of Colin Firth. She gave it to me the other day. I wore it at the Oscar last night, and I'm very happy to be wearing it. It goes very well
beautiful.
with your
Absolutely.
shirt, right? It's made in Kenya by women who are paid fair wages. It's made all with recycled brass, and this is a symbol of the heart, of course, the unity. I mean, I really like Silvia. Silvia believes very much in eco-fashion. She's a strong supporter of the green carpet, she calls it, clothes made, which is really very much the way you make your clothes. Not only they're dyed with things that are not chemically dangerous. Sometimes they're using recycled materials for the lining. But one of the things that I think she has in common in what she believes with your philosophy of clothing is that they're not done exploiting child labor, they're not made in China, and they're not made in underdeveloped countries where people are exploited in making fashion. They're handmade. You do these things handmade, right? You make them in Italy. You have people.
I think we are on the other side of the spectrum. I think we are the ones that pay the highest rates
Too much.
to our tailors and seamstresses in Naples, and we do it with pleasure because at the end it's all based on craftsmanship. It's what we are and what is the brand. So and what we did was we're very happy to really give a lot of work to people that are more artisans than just workers. They are very highly